Hello everyone. Welcome to this week's lesson. Let's get started. Here is our reading list for this lesson. Before completing this unit, you should have chosen at least one article from either the for or against list and taken notes. To begin, let's explore our topic and our own experience of it. Take a moment to answer these questions in a notebook. Pause the video while you answer. Now let's watch our TED Talk for this week. Please access the video via the link in the course outline document and take notes on the video in the TED Talk note-taking pages in that document. Pause this video while you complete the task. Now, refer to your notes and answer these questions about the TED Talk in your notebook. 2 of these questions will be included in the next TED Talk quiz. Pause the video while you answer. Please open your textbook to this week's unit. Let's now get to know our topic a little more. Read along as you listen to this topic introduction.
Ethics and rules of conduct are implicit in every honest undertaking. Businesses have their own sets of rules and principles that govern their conduct towards their employees, colleagues, clients, stakeholders, and each other. And these rules are important to the success of a business. They form guidelines for companies to follow in order to maintain public respect and achieve long-term goals and objectives. In the business environment, ethics have to be observed on all levels of an organization. As Edward Hennessy said, ethics must begin from the top of the organization. It is a leadership issue, and the chief executive must set the example. The CEO should act in accordance with the principles and policies so that others may emulate him. However, studies show that businesses are capable of behaving in profoundly unethical ways, including the assertion of falsehoods, cover-ups, falsification, and misrepresentation. This happens when getting ahead of competitors and making large gains become the primary consideration instead of safeguarding their reputation, the welfare of others, and the goodwill of their business. These businesses resort to dishonest actions by failing to keep their word to their clients, customers, and other people dealing with their enterprise. However high their ambitions and however good their intentions are to their business, it is still important to give everyone their due and observe honesty and good faith.
Now answer these questions in the textbook. Pause the video while you answer. Let's explore vocabulary related to the topic. Complete these sentences with the vocabulary on the right. Pause the video while you answer. Here are our 5 idioms for this week. Consider the context the sentence provides and guess the meaning of each idiom. Pause the video while you answer. Here is our discussion language for this week. Choose one phrase and write a sentence about the topic modeled in the example. Pause the video while you write. As we get closer to building our own argument, let's listen to example for and against arguments.
Running a business means dealing with unclear or ridiculous laws and competing in a global market while dealing with both customer and public pressures. For a business to survive, even though ethics are important, they cannot be a priority. There are many ethical theories, and laws differ in every country. The way you run a business may be legally correct in one country, but conducting business in the same way in another country may result in breaking several laws. Further, if you follow one ethical theory, such as utilitarianism, you may believe that you are doing the right thing, but according to other ethical theories, your actions might prove to be immoral. Hence, being less focused on ethics and morality is an inevitable consequence of trying to run a business. These days, consumers have numerous options, and businesses need to compete fiercely to stay profitable. As one business improves and grows, it is likely that competing businesses will fall victim, and the gains of one business often mean losses to others. In this environment, being ethical proves impractical, especially if other people are not following the same values or rules. Social media trends, for example, can help businesses to increase their brand awareness, and sometimes such marketing ends up spreading fear and misinformation. As reported in Business Insider, the FTC found that carmaker Volkswagen engaged in false advertising, deceiving customers that the cars were low emission and environmentally friendly. In order to operate and be profitable in the modern economic environment, businesses need to compete and follow social trends while being aware of the relativity of ethical norms.
As Warren Buffett said, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. Even more than 20 years after Life magazine depicted a Pakistani boy paid 6 cents an hour sewing a soccer ball, Nike is ranked low on the list of the world's ethical companies. These days, environmental reputations are the hardest to build and repair. Still, when it comes to sustainability, many companies take a completely agnostic view on the environmental impact of their pursuit of profit. Fortunately, resource costs, regulatory burdens, social media, news outlets, public relations problems, and agencies such as the FTC and Greenpeace encourage such companies to balance their performance goals with pursuing environmental initiatives. Further, there's a growing body of evidence from reviews of companies around the world that suggests a strong relationship between going green and corresponding bumps in profit. Figures show that companies that focus on eco-innovation, an economic effort of businesses with respect to the environment, are growing at a rate of 15% above their competition. Environmentally ethical practices increase profitability through access to new and emerging markets, attracting new investors, getting ahead of regulations and legislation, and promoting innovation. The Business and Sustainable Development Commission, too, found that across 4 major global industries – food and agriculture, cities, energy and materials, and health and well-being – applying environmental sustainability goals could bring $12 billion in business savings and revenues by 2030. Profit, therefore, lies in environmental sustainability and ethical practices. Now answer these 5 questions about the 2 texts. Pause the video here. Here is our springboard quote for this week. Take a moment to research the author. Then introduce the author and quote. Follow this with a sentence paraphrasing the meaning of the quote in your own words. Pause the video while you are writing. Here is our evidence type for this unit. Match each statement with the supporting evidence below. Pause the video while you work on the task. Now, write your own examples. Write 3 statements on our topic and support each statement with our evidence type for this week. Pause the video. Let's now gather some more information for our argument. Study the infographic and add any useful information to your notes on the last page of the unit. Remember that every box on the last page must be completed. Every statement must be accompanied by a clear reason and reliable supporting evidence. At least one of the evidence boxes must contain the type of evidence we are exploring this week. Pause the video while you structure and refine your argument. Hopefully by now, you have structured a persuasive argument. Based on the argument you have prepared, post your spoken argument. Be sure to cite the sources of your supporting evidence, including the author, title, and date. Later, listen to the spoken arguments of other students. Choose one specific point made in another student's argument and post a spoken rebuttal. In your rebuttal, argue against one or more points they made and support your argument with clear evidence. Well, that's it for this week. Your homework this week is to choose one or more articles from the reading list to begin your data gathering. Take notes on the article or articles you choose and add information to the last page of the next unit. Thank you for your hard work this week. See you all next week in the next video.